At this stage in the investigation, we know of no accomplices. We do not believe at this stage that this was a terrorist-directed attack, as we say. All the signs are this was an incident of terrorist-inspired acts, an individual who self-radicalized and committed, obviously, a mass atrocity here in our homeland. The president's #1 priority is protection of the homeland, protection of the American people. All of us in this administration, this is our top priority. In this environment where we have to be concerned about not just terrorist-directed attacks, but terrorist-inspired attacks, those who self-radicalize, requires a whole-of-government approach, which includes building bridges to communities, American Muslim communities, encouraging them to, if they see something, say something. It is almost always the case when someone self-radicalizes that there is somebody close to them who sees the signs. And so we've been at this since I've been secretary, and we're going to continue to build bridges to American Muslim communities, not vilify them, drive them into the corner, into the shadow.
What will it take to move the needle when it comes to gun control? People thought it would be Sandy Hook.
Well, you're asking me about gun control.
Yes.
I am not anxious to plunge into yet another difficult, contentious issue like the ones I already have. I do believe, however, that meaningful, responsible gun control is now part and parcel of Homeland Security. It's critical to public safety, but we have to face the fact that meaningful, responsible gun control has to be part of Homeland Security as well, given the prospect of homegrown, homeborn violent extremism in this country. We've seen this now with Orlando, tragically, with San Bernardino. And it's something that I think the American public and the Congress has to face and has to address.
And if they're on a watch list, should they be able to buy an assault weapon?
Well, a number of people have made the point that there are individuals who are on our no-fly list, who are on various other lists, who are able to purchase a weapon in this country. I believe that that's something that has to be addressed. I think that those of us in the executive branch and in the legislative branch have to face this.
With great respect, Mr. Secretary, you are head of Homeland Security. What do you think?
I believe that meaningful, responsible gun control is part of Homeland Security, and it's something we have to address.
Is this a new change? Is this a change? Is this the first time you're saying this? Is this a change?
I have not talked about gun control publicly at this point, but I think that we have to face the fact that gun control is part and parcel of Homeland Security, given how things are evolving. Look, this is something I want to be clear about.
Yes.
I believe that there are ways to get at meaningful, responsible gun control. We need to do something to minimize the opportunities for terrorists to get a gun in this country. And this is now something that is critical to Homeland Security as well as public safety.
Without infringing on the rights of
without
lawful
infringing
gun
on
owners.
the Second Amendment as interpreted by the Supreme Court, and without infringing on the rights and the ability of responsible gun owners to own a gun.
Yeah. I think there's a feeling in the country, that, and you are aware of it, and I know you feel strongly, that not to do anything is not the answer right now. You know, that not to feel the sense of urgency and to call on all forces of government to come together and try to deal with these problems, and especially the homegrown issue and the gun issue.
I thought, frankly, after Sandy Hook,
yes,
where you have school children murdered in a classroom, that maybe finally this was going to be the tipping point. And we were not able to move the needle in Congress, unfortunately. I'd like to see us continue to go at this. I know the president is frustrated. I know the president is determined. And this has become a matter of Homeland Security we have to address.
There's a way that the two sides can exist. Yes, very much so. There's a side that the two sides can work together on this.
Secretary Johnson,
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.